Ask me the hard-hitting questions.
This week on 60 Minutes, we reported on the WNBA, and we interviewed Caitlin Clark.
In a groundbreaking revelation that has rocked the basketball world, Caitlin Clark has finally spoken out about her new contract in Europe.
Now playing for the Indiana Fever, she's ushered in a new wave of WNBA fans. TV ratings and attendance have skyrocketed.
Finds Clark from the logo.
You know how crazy these crowds get, though, when they see that logo 3.
Yeah, they go crazy.
Feels good to hit those?
Occasionally. It's not too bad.
So how,
I don't mind it.
Seriously, though, so you got the ball in your hand.
Yeah.
You're crossing midcourt. What's the decision making? Pass, pull up. How does that work?
After days of swirling rumors and intense speculation, WNBA Rookie of the Year, Caitlin Clark finally broke her silence. Taking to Instagram, she revealed her decision for the upcoming season, sending shockwaves through the basketball community and igniting a frenzy among fans and sports analysts alike. Leading up to her big announcement, the basketball world was on edge. Caitlin's social media remained eerily quiet following the Indiana Fever's heartbreaking playoff loss to the Connecticut Sun. The silence fueled endless questions, which she returned. Was her extraordinary rookie season just the beginning, or was she ready to take her remarkable talent elsewhere?
That's an absolute dime.
And then after that, usually somebody picks me up, but if not, you just got to launch it and hope for the best, you know? Hope it goes in, let it fly. That's what people love. So you got to give them what they want.
Clark broke down the mechanics and biomechanics behind that signature shot.
There we go. Okay.
It's the same motion, basically, right? But you're just using more legs?
Yeah, I mean, I'm like I'm not, people probably wouldn't consider me very big to play in the WNBA. Like, I'm not quite 6 foot, like, not the strongest. So I think just, having good balance is definitely the most important thing. I think a lot of really good shooters would probably tell you the same thing. But yeah, using your legs, like, it can't be all upper body. It's got to be your legs, so.
With each passing day, the intrigue grew. Then, just days ago, Indiana Fever's breakout star shattered the silence with a heartfelt Instagram post reflecting on her debut season. Her words, overflowing with gratitude, resonated deeply, sending shockwaves throughout the WNBA and leaving fans hanging on to every line.
Caitlin Clark, last night, finished up one of the most remarkable years of basketball playing up in quite some time. Because we could talk about her WNBA season, and we will, but her final season at Iowa was something to behold, and she went right from that into the WNBA season. I mean, right away. As soon as her college season ended, just days later, she was drafted by the Indiana Fever. And I just remember being at the Combine in early March. That was the talk of the town. In addition to what we were seeing out of the Pacers and the Combine being there, it's like Caitlin Clark's coming here, the Big Ten.
We'll break down what Caitlin Clark's decision means for the Indiana Fever and the future of the WNBA. Stay tuned until the end to catch every detail.
Defenders on the handoff go with Caitlin Clark. That's why Aaliyah Boston can make that spin move and attack the basket. So the impact of Caitlin and Kelsey Mitchell on the floor opens things up.
I miss doing women's sports with you. We don't get to do it as often as we used to. So here's the thing. Caitlin Clark is going to be fine. Yeah. Okay, there's 2 things that stand out to me. She just played this team, right? And so she understands the athleticism, the footwork, the speed of DiJonai Carrington. And she's just in her 4th WNBA game as a professional athlete. Even as a rookie, she's been guarded by the best players so far. She's still drawing double teams, and I thought Indiana did a better job of playing fast. I thought in her first few games, too much pounding the rock. This is not Iowa Part B varsity version. This is WNBA basketball. She's moving faster. Her teammates are doing a better job of finding her. She's getting looks off the move where she doesn't have to work as hard. And so it's only up from here. This was a great sign. Her most efficient night. Turnovers were down.
Let me just say this too, because we're talking about the Indiana Fever, and we have the Pacers that are playing in the Eastern Conference Finals, right?
Her Instagram post was just the beginning. Behind her carefully chosen words lies a season that redefined what it means to be a rookie in the WNBA. It's the story of a player who not only shattered expectations but also transformed the very fabric of the game, leaving fans, analysts, and the basketball world in awe of her talent and accomplishments.
ESPN are showing the game last night in which the Fever got swept by the Connecticut Sun last night. They showed a montage of her year. And they showed a montage of her year when she passed Pistol Pete Maravich. She owns the record for most points scored in men's and women's Division I. And she set every record you possibly can set for Iowa, for women's basketball.
Asterisk in her post, she expressed heartfelt gratitude to everyone who supported her on the journey to living her childhood dream. I'm filled with gratitude as I reflect on the past year of my life. See you all in year 2, she wrote. With that simple yet powerful statement, Caitlin Clark confirmed what fans and analysts had been hoping for since the Indiana Fever's playoff exit. She wasn't going anywhere. But beyond her return, what truly made her rookie season unforgettable? Asterisk.
Well, I'm super excited to be here. I've never had to give an opening statement before, so this is a first for me in a large crowd. But like I said, I'm super happy to be here. Thank you, the Fever, the Pacers. This is a dream come true. Like, these are the moments you dream of. Obviously, Tamika Catchings is here. Like, that's pretty incredible. Somebody I grew up idolizing. Yes. But like I said, after I got drafted, like, I can't think of a better place for myself to start my career. A place that loves basketball, supports women's basketball, and an organization that really does things the right way, has championship pedigree. So I'm just very thankful that they have a belief in me. And obviously my parents are here today. My 2 brothers aren't here. My little brother had to go back to school. He actually missed his flight out of New York City after the draft. So I think he did it on purpose, but thankful for them, and, you know, couldn't be happier to be here. So thank all of you for coming, and I can't wait to get started.
It was more than just breaking records. Caitlin Clark redefined the game itself. In her rookie season, she didn't just make history, she shattered it, breaking an astonishing 62 records. Each milestone wasn't just a number, it was a testament to her legendary impact on the sport, cementing her status as a true force of nature in the world of basketball.
Hi, Caitlin. Greg Doyle, Indy Star. Real quick, let me do this.
You like that?
I like that you're here. I like that you're here.
I do that at my family after every game, so.
Okay, well, let's start doing it to me, and we'll get along just fine. So, question is, you didn't have to turn pro. I kind of thought you would no matter what, but how much did Indiana have the number 1 overall pick because of the things you've said and the driving distance to Iowa, just everything? I'm just wondering what role that might have played.
Yeah, it definitely played a huge role, and I actually played at the exact same time as the draft lottery on the night it happened. I'm not sure exactly who we were playing, but I was hoping that Indiana got the first pick. It would have made my life a lot better. So when I saw that, I was pretty excited. And, you know, obviously that's not every single reason of.
Asterisk Caitlin Clark's rookie numbers left analysts scrambling for words. Averaging 19 points, 8.4 assists, 6 rebounds, and 1.3 steals per game, her stats were impressive for any player, let alone a rookie. She set a new benchmark with 337 assists, the most in a single season, proving her ability to elevate teammates. Clark also made history with 2 rookie triple-doubles and a jaw-dropping 19-assist game, showcasing her elite playmaking skills. Simply put, she turned the league into her playground, breathing new life into a struggling Indiana Fever franchise. Asterisk.
Caitlin Clark's Rookie of the Year odds have become so high that there is currently only one sports book that will even allow you to vote on Rookie of the Year. MGM Bet is currently the only platform that you can vote on Rookie of the Year, and they have Caitlin Clark's odds at negative 10,000. And to put the icing on the cake, just last night, Caitlin Clark made her 86th three-point field goal of the season, which set a new record for three-pointers made by a rookie in WNBA history. The previous record was set by Ryan Howard in 2022.
Under Caitlin Clark's leadership, the Indiana Fever surged to a 20-20 record, their first 20-win season since 2015. More importantly, she guided the team to its first playoff appearance in 8 years. Clark didn't just lead on the court. She reignited hope within the Fever fan base, breathing new life into the franchise.
The WNBA record for threes in a season is currently held by Sabrina, and that number is 128 threes. So with the Fever having 9 more regular season games left, and I'm not sure if this is just like a regular season record or includes playoffs, but Caitlin Clark would have to average a little over 4 three-pointers in a game in order to break this record. It's doable, and especially if their team goes into the playoffs. But not only with this 3-point record, with her assist record, with her triple-double triple-double record and just the impact that Caitlin Clark has had on the WNBA and on the Fever team this season, there has still been some debate on who will become Rookie of the Year. We talked about Angel Reese a couple videos ago and how she is holding her own on the rebounding side, and she is shattering records, both WNBA and NBA records, with the amount of rebounds that she grabs per game. But if you look at these two players in their totality, it really is a no-brainer as who deserves Rookie of the Year this season.
Caitlin Clark's electrifying presence on the court didn't just win games, it won hearts. Attendance skyrocketed, merchandise sales soared, and the Indiana Fever quickly became a must-watch team on TV. She turned every game into an event, redefining the franchise's impact both on and off the court.
Caitlin Clark, 24, 10, and 10, her second career triple-double. What stood out to you about the way she got this triple-double in your eyes?
For me, what I liked from Clark and quite honestly the Indiana Fever team is that even though they entered halftime with 11 turnovers, they were able to get that composure back, and they actually turned over Los Angeles, the Sparks, more turnovers than they had. So I love the composure that we're seeing. I love that this is a team that's still growing, and I think they're starting to figure out who their players are, who their go-to players are. Even when you have an Odyssey Sims that drops 20 points for a Sparks team that, has been struggling this season, Indiana found a way to win. They found their composure throughout this game, and I think that bodes well for them, knowing that they already punched their ticket to the playoff.
Clark's ability to elevate those around her was evident in every game. Her playmaking created scoring opportunities, stretched defenses, and opened up the floor in ways that left opponents scrambling. She didn't just play the game, she controlled it.
For anyone that was listening to the broadcast, you heard that this backcourt has been the hottest thing in the WNBA since the Olympic break. And I do think that time together with this crew, that trio, as you mentioned, has been critical. We heard so many veterans, retired players, active players say that Caitlin Clark and likely the Indiana Fever were going to need time. It wasn't going to be instantaneous like your, instant coffee that you drink in the morning. No, we want this to be a nice Cuban coffee with a nice punch in there. And I think that's what we're seeing. It's not that this is not a talented team. You've got two back-to-back #1 picks.
The accolades poured in just as quickly as the records fell. Caitlin Clark was almost unanimously voted WNBA Rookie of the Year. Yes, except for that one vote that went to Angel Reese, a small reminder of the fierce competition. Her dominance on the court was undeniable, and her selection to the All-Star game, where she received the most votes of any player, was yet another feather in her cap.
When Ryan Ruocco said, Caitlin Clark is possessed, I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. At times, she was unconscious. For me, watching that game, it's one of those games where you can't even be mad. Like, you can't even be mad at Caitlin Clark. You can't hate on her. You can't say anything negative about the way she performed. There's not one thing you could take away from that and be like, oh, she was this, or oh, she didn't do that. She checked every single box. That's why Kim Mulkey hugged her so aggressively at the end of the game, because it's like, dang, you did great. I can't stand it, but I love you for it. Like, Kim Mulkey even gave her an aggressive hug when the game is over. That's how you know it was real. You know how you dap somebody up just aggressively because you're like, yeah, that was great. I can't stand you for it, but I can't say anything bad about it. She was poised. She was under control. She manipulated the defense left and right. She got to her spot.
It was yet another testament to her ability to hold her own against the league's biggest stars while captivating fans every step of the way. What made her achievements even more remarkable was how she thrived under pressure. Entering the league straight from college with sky-high expectations, Caitlin Clark didn't just meet